welcome everybody. Minnesota Vikings. Historically bad Minnesota Vikings football on the air, online, and you guessed it, all across the SSN. Well, Minnesota Vikings have come to term with the re-signings of 3 players that are going to lead us into the future and hopefully a Super Bowl. And TJ Hawkinson has agreed to a 4-year extension worth $53.6 million. Danielle Hunter has been signed to a 3-year, $52.8 million deal. And Ezra Cleveland has signed a 2-year, $7.8 million contract. And what was your favorite Cordero Patterson moment? He has since been traded to the Texans. For a 3rd-round selection, the team now has a 1st, a 3rd, a 4th, 3 6s, and I do believe 3 7s. Minnesota has also released Christian DeLauro to make room for what? We don't know. Maybe be active at the trade deadline if we can turn this thing around. Otherwise, it has been, as we mentioned before, a historically bad season in terms of the defense. As you can see, we are not ranked last in the league. We have allowed 14 touchdowns. In takeaways, we have 8, which is good enough for 7. But we've given up over 220 points in 2 games. My heavens. And not to mention the quarterback having one of the worst seasons of his career with over 20 picks. And it doesn't get any easier. Somebody that has always been a thorn in the Vikings side, the Los Angeles Chargers, come to town here. We're going to take a look at the injury report like we always do before these games. And then we'll get you ready for kickoff. Garrett Bradbury still out with a torn labrum for 2 more weeks. And then Juwan Williams broke his collarbone. He's out until the trade deadline. Look for the team to move him if we're not in a good spot there. Rashawn Slater out with a torn hamstring. So we get the left tackle position out here for the Chargers. And then backup quarterbacks Max Duggan, or Duggan, however you want to say it, torn bicep. He will be out for 2 more weeks. Well, Minnesota Vikings, it's a noon game. We'll see what happens. We play Adam Thielen next week, but this week we have to go up against former Minnesota Viking Eric Kendricks and one of the Bosa brothers. This has been Randy Replay. Kickoff is next. Well, hello and welcome. Brian Asamoah. 9 tackles this season. Good to see somebody else there. Here's Justin Herbert and the Chargers welcoming in them to US Bank Stadium to take on... Oh, there he is, Eric Kendricks. We miss you. Come back. You can blame it all on me. The Los Angeles Chargers of Anaheim will come into US Bank Stadium for a biblically bad, historically terrible Minnesota Vikings team led by that man, Kirk double-digit picks Cousins, the Costco quarterback. And young head coaches going at it. There is the young man, Justin Herbert, looking to get his legacy started. Coming in here and, oh boy, just look at the deflation there on the sidelines. Oh my heavens, it does not bode well for the Vikings today. But Minnesota has won the toss, has elected to receive the opening kickoff. So we get to see the Vikings offense out first in front of the hometown crowd. So Younghoe Koo, boom! We are underway here, US Bank Stadium. Kene Nwangwu with Cordero Patterson's departure is the kickoff return man. He will bring it up to the 40-ish. And here comes the aforementioned Kirk Cousins. 1 touchdown, 17 picks, 506, 49 for 116. My heavens, does it get any worse? Answer's no. So here we go. Under center to begin this one is Kirk. Not playing with the starting center Bradbury. Instead, Schlottman will be back there. First carry of Madison's day. Last week, 23 carries, 64 yards. Today, so far, 1 carry and just 1 yard, getting in the face of that defender there. Oh boy. How is this going to go? So Cordero Patterson exits. You'll see Jordan Addison in an extended role. Cousins from the gun. His first throw of the game is batted away. Intended for TJ Hawkinson. And Eric Kendricks gets his name called by Randy early. Kendricks come back. You can blame it all on me. Anyway, Jefferson man in motion across the formation left to right. Cousins in the gun. He is awaiting the snap. He'll get it. He throws it for the aforementioned JJ, and it goes off his hands. It goes off of JJ's hands. Kendricks there again. A wide open Justin Jefferson dropping the ball, and that is much to the chagrin of how this season has gone. My heavens, historically bad and biblically terrible. Ivan Pace Jr., the only saving grace on this defense, as well as Andrew Booth Jr. with 5 picks in 2 games, and here comes Justin Herbert. 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Must be nice. And we'll see what he's got planned for this Minnesota defense here today. And we'll take a look at it's Eckler in the backfield. It is going to be a pesky end around, but blown up in the backfield. Patrick Jones and Harrison Phillips goes down. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Harrison Phillips will go down. We'll give him some claps as he goes to the back. That's a big loss for the middle of this defense. It's a pitch out. Eckler. Left shot. Missed tackles, Minnesota. Asamoah. Come up, get the hit. But it will be a first down. Muscle cramps. Harrison Phillips will return soon. Coming into today's game. Near formation for the Chargers. It's Troy Dye. I almost said Ivan Pace, but Troy Dye will come up to make the tackle. Minnesota filtering in guys. Good to see, good to see. Herbert in the empty set. The shotgun gets the snap. Throws middle, caught on Harrison Smith. Oh boy. Now we'll take a look Palmer's way across the middle. Now we'll take a look at the Chargers offense. The snap goes to Eckler. No such luck there. Asamoah will get the tackle. Eckler up the middle for 6, though, turning seemingly nothing into something every single time he touches the ball today. It's another give Eckler's way. Harrison Smith, the hitman, will come up to make the tackle. Just a gain of 2, and Minnesota now has a 3rd and 4 defensively. Minnesota, 3rd and 4. Herbert from the gun. Snap corral. Looking, throwing, open. Is Palmer down near the 6? Oh boy. So Palmer will get down to the 6. Harrison Smith will bring him down for his 3rd tackle. And we'll get a 1st and goal. Harrison Phillips back in there. Herbert, pitch, Eckler. Missed tackles aplenty by the Vikings. Wanham and Dye will team up to bring him down. Oh boy. And so 4-3 defense rather for Minnesota. There's the give. No, not going to get it. And Marcus Davenport will go down holding his lower back. Oh my heavens, how many injuries are we going to sustain here this year? Davenport leaves. We'll give him some claps. And it's now quickly 3rd and goal for the Chargers. So 3rd and goal. I formation. Eckler is the back. Herbert, toss, Eki. And it's Asamoah, Harrison Smith, and Josh Metellus teaming up to bring down Eckler. Bruce Sternum will not be able to return. Jonathan Bullard will be the active left end for the remainder. The 4th and goal. They will elect to go for a field goal, a chip shot. 24-yarder. He's good. 3-0. I say 24, but I meant to 14, of course. How many, oh boy, how many hits is Cousins going to be able to take this season? So far, not so good. Cousins from the gun needs this first down. And he's going for Addison. He drops it on the way to the ground. He had it and it was knocked out by Kenneth Murray. Addison can't believe it. What a good ball by Kirk Cousins. But they will go for a tie here. 47-yarder left hash. No wind in U.S. Bank. Kick is away. Ugh, it is good. So Greg Joseph will tie this game up 3-all. And this is the first time the Minnesota Vikings have shown life on their first couple drives. Oh boy. Herbert looks back at the sideline like, what are we doing? Indeed, what are we doing? Here we go. Herbert, big third down. Gets the snap from the gun. He wants to throw. And it will be Danielle Hunter with a sack. Danielle Hunter forces what should be a punt, 4th and 21. My goodness. And it's the left tackle that was out for the Chargers, but Danielle coming off that right end of this formation. My heavens, what a sack that was, and it will indeed force a punt. Scat! Into punt. Josh Metellus, the rusher, and Kene Nwangwu back to return. Scoops it up off the ground, and oh boy. Multiple times, he can start on any team in the NFL. Cousins to throw. Looking. Throwing. Open Justin Jefferson right side. He's going to take it down near the 50. And he gets into a little scuffle with a member of the Charger staff, and Joey Bosa having a heck of a time there. Another hit on Cousins. And he's JJ Jackson. Just at the feet of JJ, and now 4th and 5. Minnesota going for their first lead in the young season. Right hash, kick is away. It's good. The Vikings collect their first lead in an NFL game in 2023-2024. So quiet stadium, injury-ridden field. There's a give to the fullback. Asamoah will tackle him, but not before. Let's see. Xander Horvath will get the touchdown and throw the ball back in his offensive line. Horvath, the old fullback keeper. And that will be another lead change. Now the 4th. Younghoe Koo traded from the Falcons this season. Decker sent over to the Falcons, and Danielle Hunter goes down. Oh, my goodness. Another injury. 10-6 Chargers. They will tend to Danielle Hunter all over the intended target, and it's bruised ribs for Danielle Hunter. Be 2nd and 2. Quick throw. Picked off Mekhi Blackman. His first pick in the NFL. Mekhi Blackman. He is excited as all get out. His first pick in the NFL. You see him do a little jump for joy here. Almost like, woo! Or maybe to avoid the hit. Either way, Mekhi Blackman gives the ball back to this mediocre Vikings offense. And the aforementioned Addison will be moved left to right in this formation. Outside KJ Osborne. Cousins under center. It's a give to Madison. He avoids the initial hit from Bosa, but of course Bosa being the best, he'll come back and tackle him from behind with a diving tackle. It is the end of one. 10-6 Minnesota Vikings surging. Second quarter action coming up next. Forced to kick a field goal. A 49-yarder right hash to make this a 1-point score. 1-point game, whatever you want to call it. Kick is away. It's good. 10-9. Trey Lance to hold. Joseph. Kick is good. 1-point lead for the Chargers. So what do you do if you're Minnesota? Do you sit back? Do you send pressure? We'll find out. Herbert is going to throw. And Jonathan Bullard will get the hit and force a 4th down. So just in the field goal range here. 44-yarder, right hash, kick is away. It's good. So they will take a 4-point lead. Madison. Alexander Madisanya. JJ slot right, motions all the way out left in this formation, the near formation. And it's going to be another give. Big blocks given to Madison, who's loose near the 20. 80 yards now for Madison off 13 carries. Derwin James on the tackle, and my heavens, 3rd and 3. I mean, you've got to get a touchdown here. You cannot have this drive end like this. Cousins from the empty set gets the snap. As a man, it's JJ! The first touchdown of JJ's season. And we get a gritty against these Chargers from the LA City. Justin Jefferson on a beautiful route, and Kirk Cousins has thrown his 2nd touchdown of the season. JJ, of course, catching his first on a beautiful arcing back shoulder throw. My goodness. Takes a shot after the catch does JJ, but it doesn't matter. Kirk Cousins congratulated by the entire team. And that's the kind of support you want to see. This to make it a 3-point game, 16-13 pending the kick. Kick is away. It's good. Harrison Smith coming down in the box. It's a play fake. Batted away, Blackman. Or Murphy Bunting. Murphy Bunting, what the heck? Byron Murphy. I just said three names there, 2 of which are not on this team. Either way, a field goal opportunity coming. Minnesota not going for the block. They don't think he's going to make it. Left hash. This is about a 52-yarder. Just in the corner of the upright. So Younghoe Koo just makes it to be 2nd and 1. Gerald Everett. So 2nd and 1. Herbert. Give. Eckler. Oh, missed tackle by Asamoah, and Eckler will get in. You hate to see that. Austin Eckler with the touchdown. Younghoe Koo to put him up. 21-16. And snap spot kick. It's good. We'll settle for a 41-yard field goal attempt. Right hash. Joseph's kick is good. So they will score. Walk away with some points. They wanted to give himself some time to set up for this field goal that trying to put him up. 26-19. This will be coming from the left hash near the 42, and it is good. Well, 42-yarder is good. That'll be the end of the first half. So Minnesota down, but not by much. 26-19. 30 minutes of playing time left, but before we get you to that, we'll go around the league and see what's transpiring in the NFL. The Packers, last time we checked, were down to the Aints. Yep, 14-2. Jordan Love 2 for 6, 10 yards. What is happening over there in Green Bay? You'll have to see it. Indy at Baltimore. Baltimore holding on to a 21-7 lead on their way to 3-0 here at the half. Lamar Jackson, 2 tutties. Anthony Richardson throws a pick. And over there in Walla Walla, Washington, the Bills up against the Commanders, 14-3. Josh Allen with a touchdown in that one. Herbert very frustrated. Younghoe Koo, 26-yarder. The snap spot kick is good. So the Chargers will add on to their lead. Now they'll send out Greg Joseph. A 48-yarder, right hash. Put this thing within 7. Snap spot kick. Angles to the right just a little bit, but it is good. Greg Joseph having a heck of a day. Massing for many of these points. So 3rd and 4. Minnesota will drop Patrick Jones in coverage. And it is Harrison Phillips. Harrison Phillips will force a 4th down, 2nd sack of the day by the Vikings defense, and it comes in a huge spot. And Minnesota has a chance to tie the game up with a touchdown on the ensuing drive. Scott gonna boot it away to Wong Wu. Great blocking ahead of him. And that folds really quickly and won't get much. Huge down for Minnesota. 2nd and 20. Cousins looking, throwing for Addison. He'll get all this yardage and a whole lot more. Jordan Addison nearing 100 yards in his first game as a starter. 5 catches for 63. Minnesota sending out Greg Joseph to make this thing a 4-pointer. Big 36-yarder. Right hash. Kick is away. Angles into the right side. It's good. So Greg Joseph takes his team within 5. I mean, all these field goals are nice. But you gotta take a shot at the end zone once in a while. Maybe that was the Hawkinson move prior when he was streaking, but oh boy. If you're Kirk, you cannot miss those throws. Davis will kneel it in the end zone. It's a 4-point game. Big drive for the defense here. Minnesota tricks the Vikings have. Bunch formation. Herbert, big throw. Caught. Keenan Allen touchdown in the end zone. Burned Andrew Booth. And Keenan Allen will score. Pending the kick, making this thing an 11-point game once more. No safety help. They brought Harrison Smith down, and Keenan Allen burned him over top. So Young Wei Koo to put him up by 11. The snap spot kick. It's good. Can't stop them here on this drive. Gain of 17. There's the end of 3. So 15 minutes left. Down 11. 36-25 Minnesota. So we'll see what happens here. Herbert gives Eckler wide open spaces into the end zone. I mean, it's... You got to do something. Eckler will score. Just put him up by 18. A snap spot kick. Good. That's a big 3rd down and 10 here. Cousins from the gun. Snap corral. Looking. Throwing it up. Hawkinson holds on inside the 5. Hawkinson. Down the field to the 5 they go. My goodness. Cousins moves the pocket with his body, throws it up for TJ, and holds on through the hit. Oh my heavens. So now Minnesota's got it at the 5. The 3, excuse me. So from the 3. Dead silent in this crowd. Cousins. Nowhere to go to Madison. Upended. Cousins will remain. He'll pop Hawkinson left to right. Cousins looks. Throws back in the end zone. Incomplete. Overthrew Hawkinson. Now it's 3rd and goal. And what do you do if you're the Vikings? You just can't get anything going. 3rd and goal. Obvious 2-down territory. 3rd and goal from the 8. Cousins looking for something big here. It's the snap. Throws it. No separation. And, oh boy. Minnesota's going to keep the offense out. So here we go. Cousins. The snap. Throws it up. JJ with the catch. Touchdown, Minnesota. His 2nd gritty of the day. 2nd of the season. He'll do it right in front of the ref. The gritty. And JJ when you need him. Oh. Okay. JJ front corner. My heavens, what a grab. And tackled after the catch. It doesn't matter. It is a touchdown. And this to make it 43-32, an 11-point game. A lot of time taken off the clock. Joseph's kick is good. Caught in a bad defense. High formation. Give Eckler. Eckler, red carpet affair into the end zone untouched. Just to make it 50-32. A snap spot kick. We run into the kicker. Lovely.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
After the Addison incompletion, here we go. JJ back on the field. Cousins looking to throw. Throws it middle. Hawkinson. What a delivery to Hawkinson, who has been so good here near the end of the game. Cousins. Flushed. Throws across his body, almost intercepted. There is a flag. It's going to be holding on us.
Personal foul.
Oh.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
We get roughing the passer on Boza. And so we'll take that down to the 10, and Minnesota's got some life, albeit from a soft penalty. Cousins from the gun. Looking, throwing. 2 yards caught. 4 yards, rather. Josh Oliver on the catch. Now Cousins from the gun gets the snap. Looking, goes down. Another sack, and oh boy, big loss. 2 down territory here. Cousins looking to throw. Throws the intercepted. Why wouldn't it be? Oh my God! Now it's going to be brought back for 6, and there it is. There's your dagger. This game is over. Michael Davis will return this thing for 6. Cousins under duress more times than the French and the... There's a kick, 57-32. We're not going to finish that statement. Minnesota will fall to 0-3 on the year. So 4th and 21. The offense in a loose huddle. Looks like Kevin O'Connell's going to keep him out there. There's a deflated sideline of the Minnesota team, and Kirk Cousins licks his fingers thinking he's going to get this. We'll see. Cousins gets the snap from the gun. As a man deep, he hit JJ. Oh, Nelly, we get another garbage time gritty against the Chargers from LA City. That'll wake the fans up. That'll get Randy a little bit of hope, and you don't lose as bad on paper. So 4th and 21. Not a lot of plays. They get it. 57-39, 7-play, 74-yard drive. High formation. 34 seconds left. Give us to Eckler, and there's no way, right? There's no way he scored. Eckler will score. You had one job to do, and Eckler scores. Asamoah, shoestring, no good. Harrison Smith doesn't even try. And, wow. Well, you got 29 seconds. You do have JJ. And, the snap spot kick is good. 64-39. So 64-39. There's the kick. Wong Woo lets it go. Hey, just try and get some garbage yards for some of these guys. JJ doesn't need it. 15 for 246 with 3 touchdowns. Kind of surprised the starters are still coming out here. And if anything, this is for KJ Osborne or Jordan Addison, who is their slot left. Cousins from the gun. Quick throw. Separated from the ball, Addison, left side, Khalil Mack, the ageless wonder surviving off stem cells and steroids. I don't know how he continues to do it. And, Cousins from the gun. Gets the snap. Quick throw. Missed catch. Hawkinson. And of course, Kendricks is right there. We let this guy go? Question mark. Okay. And a big third down. Under center is Cousins. Gets the snap. Heaves it up. Overthrowing JJ by about 14 yards. And boos will rain down once again. Minnesota Vikings fans fed up at their team. Might as well go for it. Get some yardage for some of your young bucks. See who gives a... Oh, you finish that. 4th and 10. Cousins from the gun. Snap corral. Throws. Caught. KJ Osborne held on through the big hit. Eric Kendricks and JC Jackson. Minnesota will call a timeout. I mean, that's... Here we go. Jordan Addison. Man in motion. Right to left across your dials. Cousins. Heaves it. No, it's dropped. Addison had it off the tip from Ryan. And he dropped it. So seemingly the final play of the game here. Five seconds remain. Cousins. Throws it up. Addison. No good. That'll do it. So we get that, but I mean, gotta get out of this stadium. And you fall to 0-3, 64-39. My heavens. Well, Minnesota, you don't give up 100, but you might as well have. It definitely would feel better than a close, at one point, a close game and what would be a close loss. Kirk Cousins, couple second half interceptions, and boom goes the dynamite. These inconsistencies on third downs for Minnesota, and the turnovers were the big bugaboos here. That alone, in being the Chargers not playing good against them as well. We'll take a look at some team stats first. More importantly, the 4th down conversions. Minnesota 5 for 5, including a 4th and 21 bomb to JJ, but 9 for 26 on third downs. That is 34% conversion rate. For those of you that did not look to the right-hand side of your screen. 3 for 5 in the red zone. 2 touchdowns, 1 field goal. Kirk Cousins, 37 of 86. My God. That is a 43% completion percentage for those of you that did not know how to do math or didn't look over here. 533 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks, longest of 71 to Justin Jefferson, averaging just over 6 yards per attempt. Alexander Mattison, 26 carries, 141. He did hit that 100-yard goal he had coming into this week's game as given by the staff. 1 touchdown. No touchdowns, rather. 1 fumble, 8 broken tackles. JJ, 1 carry off the end around. He did have a fumble in this one. Doesn't matter. He's a receiver, and what he did today will no doubt go down as one of the better stat lines this season for Minnesota receivers. 15 catches, 246. And 3 gritties against these Chargers from the LA City. Also had 2 drops. Jordan Addison, the rookie, 7 catches for 100 yards, 3 drops as well. TJ, 6 for 91. Alexander Mattison, 5 catches, 58 yards. KJ, 2 for 20. Josh Oliver, 1 for 4. And Jalen Naylor, 1 catch, 14 yards off 2 targets, also had the drop. Nobody. And we mean nobody cares about blocking. Gonna go to defense, look at total tackles, and Minnesota Vikings pick up another triple-double. 17 for Brian Asamoah, or Asamoah, however you want to say it. Lewisine with 14. Harrison Smith with 12. Byron Murphy, Troy Dye, Ivan Pace with 7. Gotta love how the rookie is performing. Undrafted Ivan Pace. Andrew Booth, Patrick Jones, Mackay Blackman with 6. Metellus with 4. Hunter Madison with 3 and 2. Phillips, O'Neill, and Tonga left the game with an injury, each with 1 apparently. Harrison Phillips and Daniil Hunter each got back there. 4 sacks. We had 1 pick by Mackay Blackman, the first of his NFL career. No doubt going to hold on to that ball. Also had 2 pass deflections, 1 by Harrison Smith and Asamoah to boot. No forced fumbles, no fumble recoveries, no block kicks, no safeties, and no defensive touchdowns for your Minnesota Vikings in this one. Greg Joseph, 6 for 6 on field goals, Longest of 49, 3 for 3 on extra points. Brian Wright, 4 punts, 185, netting 161. One of them inside the 20, that one being a touchback, longest of 53. The preceding presentation, while being not so embarrassing, was a presentation of the NFL on the SSN. Any rebroadcast, redistribution, or reusage of said broadcast is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of the NFL, the SSN, the Minnesota Vikings, or any of them's, theirs, or its subsidiaries. This has been Randy Replay. We'll go over everything, see if we have any more injuries that will keep players out for measurable amount of time, and then we'll get you prepared for next week. We had Eric Kendricks this week, and we get Adam Thielen next week. Oh boy, this has been Randy Replay. See you in just a minute. Oh, welcome back to the main screen. It wasn't as big of an embarrassment or a big as slaughter as many would think, but the Los Angeles Chargers of Anaheim will put down the Vikings at home 0-3. Is it panic mode time? What do you do with Trey Lance? Do you trade away some assets before the trade deadline? You already got rid of Jordan Hicks. Cordero Patterson is now gone. You get a third back for him. ROI was terrible. You give up a 2, you get back a 3, and you're now, for now, in the basement of the division. The Lions just about ready to wrap up their game, but not looking good for the Vikings so far this season. Historically bad, biblically terrible defense. But the bright spot on today's game, JJ, and the offense finally gets cooking. 3 touchdowns for Kirk Cousins, giving him 4 on the season, but also has 20 picks. So Alexander Madison hit his goal of 100 yards. He is now going to be a focal point going forward, you would think. And we have some more news to report. One of the teams has seemingly moved football operations overnight. As we take a look at the AFC North, one of these things is not like the others. One of these things is not what it used to be. The Bengals have moved to Dublin and are now known as the Dublin Shamrocks. My goodness. So multiple leaders in passing and receiving. Like the Vikings, 0-3, but the Shamrocks welcome into the NFL. The first team oversees the first team internationally and now from Dublin. So welcome in the Dublin Shamrocks into the NFL. We hope we play them coming up here so we can check out their stadium, and Randy gets to go overseas and does some sightseeing. Anyway, we're going to get you out of here. Nothing to report. No injuries. We'll keep anybody out for any measurable amount of time. Looks like 20 injuries today. We're still waiting for Garrett Bradbury to come back. And Juwan Williams will be out with a broken collarbone just until about the trade deadline. So what do you do with that? So you trade him away. This has been Randy Replay. Once again, the Minnesota Vikings lose, fall to 0-3, 64-39. It was really close for a really long amount of time. The end of the third quarter, things just kind of unraveled with his defense. And Kirk Cousins almost throwing the ball 90 times in this one, just trying to get something to show that he should be the starter. I think he's safe for at least one more week. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in the next one.